Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duggar For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jim Bob Duggar faces a cash crisis? 19 kids and counting alumni of Counting on Josh Duggar caused Jim Bob Duggar to lose money from TLC. It also occurred twice. When word leaked out that he had molested a few of his sisters, it happened the first time. Josh was caught and then found guilty of possessing child pornography, which led to the second incident. Insiders now claim that a major crisis is imminent and that the family is struggling financially. Did James Bob Duggar cover Josh Duggar's attorney fees? Josh decided to go to trial, which adds a significant expense to the cost of hiring an attorney. Costly subsequent appeals are also incurred. Fans of TLC can only assume that his father contributed to the money needed for his eldest son. Jim Bob Duggar is not going to be cast in any further reality TV series. In the end, who would watch it even if he did? Seeing the girls become pregnant and give birth to more children doesn't appear to be entertaining many people anymore. Furthermore, very few people are cheering for the patriarch to appear in additional Counting On style episodes. Is Counting On family in financial difficulties? TLC followers are aware that the Duggar family is active in flipping properties and renovations. It's true that good money can be made. The family is close-knit, nevertheless. Who will cover the cost of those attorneys and maybe a negative consequence, for instance, if Jason Duggar loses the lawsuit for purportedly entering into bogus contracts for work? A person who talked with In Touch Weekly said that the family is about to face a financial problem. According to the publication, Jim Bob Duggar's family is not doing well financially. According to their informant, they said, their funds aren't endless, and their income isn't very high, and the chances of any of them ever being on another reality show are slim. Fans of TLC respond to the news. Fans of Counting On discussed the new information in the comments section after In Touch Weekly published the news on Instagram. These are a few of their remarks. They must still be doing well, because they do not own cell towers on the property they rent out? Whoa, what a boo-hoo. I suppose their original plan to buy secondhand and save the difference didn't end up working out all that well. It's time for Michelle to submit her applications. However, he spent a lot of time on his show lecturing about managing your money and always finding ways to stretch a dollar to get more. What do you think about the claims that Jim Bob Duggar and his family are having financial difficulties, because it's unlikely that they will be featured in any more reality TV shows? Do you believe Josh Duggar overstretched the family's means? Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar still view Josh as their golden child. Josh is still regarded as Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's golden child. The family never treated men and women equally, as followers are already aware. While their brothers were able to travel, work, and attend college, the daughters assisted with the household duties. Josh's appeal was turned down by the Supreme Court last month. For the past few years, he has been working to have his case overturned. 3 more appeals were submitted by Josh's lawyer, but they were all denied. Some admirers believe Jim Bob is squandering money and effort on his oldest kid. He feels that his kid ought to be exonerated of all charges. Continue reading to find out more. Josh Duggar's appeal rejected by the Supreme Court. A recent report claims that Josh Duggar's plea for certiorari was denied by the Supreme Court. He hoped that the nation's top court would reverse his case. Why the Supreme Court denied his most recent appeal is still a mystery. An appeal asking the higher court to examine the rulings of the lower court is known as a certiorari. Despite Josh's protestations of innocence, his conviction is definitive. Caleb Williams is the other person he accuses. In addition, he declines to accept responsibility for his actions. Josh Duggar is pursuing retribution on this family in the interim. According to an insider, he's frustrated with their lack of effort to facilitate an early release. Josh aspires to publish a candid book in which his family is revealed. Jim Bob finds this idea unsettling. He has been making efforts to free his eldest son from prison. Josh won't forgive his sisters for failing to encourage him through his struggles, even though some of them have already forgiven him. Josh is regarded as a golden child by Jim Bob Duggar. Some fans, meanwhile, believe Josh still receives preferential treatment from Jim Bob Duggar. This was discussed recently in a Reddit thread. Josh Duggar was viewed as the family's golden child in the original poster. The poster claims that even after Josh's transgressions, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar still handle him like a child. After serving his sentence in jail, his title can be taken away from him. Josh will still receive preferential treatment from Jim Bob and Michelle, according to a lot of Redditors. It's common knowledge that Pest is the golden child. One fan questioned, but if prison has robbed him of that title, who is the new golden child? Another user commented, JB will always support him, but I get the impression Michelle doesn't like him. I think Meech's favorite is Josie, and Josh is JB's favorite. A third user commented, I don't think they can do anything to lose either of their favor. What do you think? Do you also think Josh is treated like the golden child by Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar? The family of Josh Duggar is living in fear. Even though Josh Duggar is serving a 12.5-year sentence in prison, he is still capable of causing harm. According to reports, the Duggar family is afraid the prisoner will reveal all of their secrets, so they are treading carefully around him. What is Josh threatening to reveal to the Duggars? To find out, continue reading. Jim Bob in a panic with Michelle Duggar. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar have supported their son Josh through his trials and prison term despite Josh's convictions for child pornography. There may be more to the Duggar family's devotion to Josh than what the media and detractors suggested, despite their religious convictions being the primary cause. Josh seems to be growing agitated in prison and making threats to write a book disclosing everything about his upbringing and family. Whoa! The extreme religiosity and tight parenting of the Duggar family have drawn criticism on several occasions throughout the years. The famous family has long been the subject of cult and corruption suspicions, and their attempts to cover up Josh's abuse of his own sisters didn't help their case. But Jim Bob has managed to keep the majority of his children silent, somehow. Josh Duggar attributes his family's renown to their incarceration. Word on the street is Josh Duggar believes his well-known family could have done more to help him during his trial and holds them accountable for his prison term. Additionally, he believes that their testimonials have done more harm than good. In a memoir to end all memoirs, Josh allegedly threatened to reveal his family. What possible scandal could Josh Duggar have on his parents that would be worse than his own? Whatever the case may be, Jim Bob and Michelle are apparently scared in their boots and may have even spoken with an attorney about placing gag orders on their imprisoned son.